Hello, LHS Harmon. LISD has set up a Google account for every LISD student. You use your LISD Google account for anything that says it will allow you to log in through Google. Today, we will use this account to set up your email on your iPad. Let's start by finding the settings icon. It's gray with gears. On the left side of settings, find the Mail Contacts Calendar and touch it. I already have a few email accounts set up, but we're going to set up a student email account by touching Add Account. Second period teachers, Ms. Crawford sent you an email with all of the student email addresses listed. Please give all of your second period students their LISD email account if you have not done so already. You may pause this video while you get the email addresses. Great, everyone should have their email address now. Students, your LISD email address, which ends with go.lisd.net, is a Gmail account. So we're going to touch the third from the top, Gmail. Under name, type your name. For email, this is the email address your second period teacher gave you. Everyone's email address ends with go.lisd.net. go.lisd.net. Your password is your student ID number. This is the same password you use to log on to the computer. Use your student ID number. For description, let's all put school email. Your description is school email. When I touch Next, I want to see check marks on every single one of these to show me that I've done it correctly. Touch Next. This screen comes up next. Go ahead and turn on Mail, Calendars, and Notes if they're not already turned on. When everything is on, touch Save. To make sure your email has been saved, touch your Home button to go back to your home screen. Touch Mail, the blue icon with the white envelope. Under my mailboxes, I can now see that I have school email. I also have my teacher LISD email. I'm going to touch school email. I should see emails probably from my teachers already. I can see emails that anyone in LISD has sent me. Twitter is a social networking app that allows you to communicate with others around the world. In this case, we'll be using it to communicate with your teachers and fellow classmates. To start, let's go to the Gears app, the Settings app. On the left side, scroll until you find the blue bird that says Twitter beside it. As you can see, I've already installed the Twitter app. You can install it now if you have not done so. Teachers, if your students need time to install the Twitter app, please pause the video while they do so. Great, now that we all have the Twitter app installed, we're going to add an account. We can either add an account to one that we've already got here, so I already have a couple of accounts on my Twitter, or we can add an account to create a new one. So I'm going to touch Add an Account. Students, we suggest that you create a school-only Twitter account and that you use this to communicate on school-related subjects, so with your teachers and your classmates. This way, you can keep your personal Twitter for your personal life and your professional or your school Twitter for just your professional or your school life. To do so, you need to create a new account. Everyone will be using Twitter in the months to come, so we'd like everyone to create a Twitter account. I am putting my real name here so that when I tweet at my teachers, I know they know who I am. On email, you have to have an email address. You can use your LISD Go email address, or you can use a different one, but you can't use one that you've already used before. When you create your username, we suggest that since this is a school Twitter account, that you use something that says LHS in the title or Farmers in the title so that it shows people this is your school account. I'm going to use Farmers Disney Fan. Type a password and type it again. I'm going to keep tweet location turned off for safety so that no one can find me on my location from my tweets. And I'm going to tap sign up when I'm done. Uh-oh, my username's too long. Let's see, maybe I should do LHSH Disney Fan. I'm going to do LHSH because I teach at Harmon. And tap sign up. All those check marks mean I'm good to go. It's asking me if I want to install the free Twitter app. I already installed it, so this must be a little glitch. So I'm just going to click later. Now I can go out of here and I can find my Twitter account and I can see all the tweets. Now on the left-hand side over here, me is where I can see my profile. I can see that right now I'm on the LHS Harmon Twitter account. When I touch these two little people under my picture, I can choose the account I want to use. So I'm going to choose my new account. From here, I can go to Home, and I can touch the little button here in the top to create a new tweet. My tweets have to be 140 characters or less. So I'm going to make my first tweet. Excited to tweet with my students. And tweet. Whenever I tweet, I want to remember that tweets and anything I put out there online stays there forever. Even if I delete it, it still can be found again. So everything I tweet, everything I say online needs to be appropriate for anyone to view. With my name beside it especially, I want to make sure that what's coming out of my mouth is wholesome and appropriate. Students, we are so excited to tweet with you in the weeks to come. For now, let me recommend that you go ahead and follow at LHS Harmon, our Louisville High School Harmon Twitter account. And from there, you can see who we're following by touching following. And you can find all of your teachers. So we encourage you to follow your teachers, start interacting with them on Twitter, and we will see you soon on the interwebs. Have a good one. While we're discussing our email and Twitter use, let's talk about some cyber etiquette rules while we're here. Exercise the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you wouldn't speak to the person like that face to face, don't do it online. Remember, everything you post online is public. It doesn't matter whether or not you delete the message or text. If you've published it, it's traceable. When you post things online, you're creating a cyber fingerprint. Don't use all caps when you're emailing or posting something. All caps is a form of internet shouting. Speak kindly. Remember, it may look like a screen in front of you, but there's a person on the other end. Don't post things when you're angry. It's never a good idea to post something when you're emotional. Take some time to clear your head before you deal with the situation. This will help you refrain from saying something that you might regret later. Use different usernames and passwords. Don't use the same one all the time. Many teens use the same username and password for all of their sites, and this is not a good idea. If someone figures out your security information, they'll have access to everything. It's best to set up different usernames and passwords for maximum protection. Don't make up silly email addresses. You're going to use this email address for college applications, job applications, resumes, scholarship opportunities. Look at your email address. Does it set a good impression? If not, it might be time for a new one. Don't post pictures of yourself or others unless you mind them being shared with everyone. Be very selective of what you upload on the computer. Always have your parents review it before you post it. If your parents don't approve, you shouldn't be putting it on the internet. If it's a friend's photo, ask yourself if their parents would want that photo posted. If the answer is no, you shouldn't publish it. We have heard it all before. Don't talk to strangers. Don't go into chat rooms and reveal confidential things about yourself. It may really feel like you know that person on the other end of your cyber connection, but he or she could just be a fake. You could be getting catfished. Don't give out personal and confidential information online. Never share your full name, your home address, your phone number, definitely not your social security number, passwords, names of family members, or credit card numbers. Keep that information to yourself. Bonus tip! Set time parameters on how long you're on the computer. The computer will never take a place of a person. Too much of anything is unhealthy, and there are quite a few negatives of too much screen time. The strain on your eyes, headaches. Don't let cyberspace consume your life. While we're talking about setting up our email, let's be very specific. Be informal but not sloppy. BRB and LOL, those are great for text with your friends, but when you're emailing a teacher or something more professional, don't use your acronyms. Use BCC blind copy to copy people that need to know information, or to hide a bunch of email addresses on a large distribution list. CC is for people who need to be a part of the conversation or know about the conversation. Don't use email as an excuse to avoid personal contact. Telling someone something kind of harsh via email and then putting a smiley face at the end isn't going to go over well. Make sure that you're talking to people one-on-one about important things, like your teachers about your grades. Remember that email isn't private. Don't put anything in an email that you wouldn't write on a postcard. Any email you send can be forwarded to other people or read by anyone. Be sparing with your group email and reply all. Make sure before you hit reply all that everyone in the conversation needs to hear your addition to it. Me too, over 6 or 7 different people's email, gets kind of annoying. Don't send chain letters or virus warnings or junk mail. Make sure you check those things out before you send anything on. And remember, your tone can't be heard in email. Have you ever tried to say something kind of sarcastic and your friend didn't take it well? They thought that you were being rude? It just doesn't come across in email. And again, that smiley face doesn't fix everything. Thanks, guys. Be safe and be courteous as you use your email and your Twitter.